Good morning, everyone. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. This is Jaushago as usual. In today's episode, I want us to discuss and to come into agreement. This episode is specifically dedicated to Christians. Christians, why do we cheat ourselves? Why do we cheat ourselves? Why am I saying we are cheating ourselves? Why is it that it is only in Christian religion that we have different days of worship? Why do we have different days of worship in Christianity? If indeed we are following one Christ, if indeed we are following one Savior, then why do we have the differences? The Bible is explicitly clear that God only dedicated one day of worship. That is the seventh day, which he later calls the Sabbath. So, why are we Christians having two different days of worship? Some worship on Saturday, others worship on Sunday. I feel very annoyed when a Christian or when a fellow Christian who worships on different day comes to me and tells me that no matter the differences in the days of worship, we still serve one God. I want to tell you, we don't serve one God. You have a God you are serving, and I have a God I'm serving. If truly, or if indeed we are serving one God, then we should have one day of worship. Because if it is one God, then one God, or that one God only instructed us to worship on one day, the seventh day. That one God have only one Bible where he reveals himself. Look at the Islamic religion. Look at the Muslims. Yes, there's a division in the Muslim society. Muslims are divided into two major, the Sunni and the Shia. But with their differences, they worship on Friday, one day. There are no Muslims who worship on Friday, on Saturday. There are no Muslims who worship on Sunday. They all worship on what? On a Friday. To Muslims, when they tell themselves that they worship one Allah, I can agree with them because they have a day of worship, one day of worship. But when Mr. Christians comes to me, who worships on Sunday and I worship on Saturday, and tells me that we worship one God, I say no. Because remember, we all get, okay? We all have, all Christians have their theology from the Bible. So, how do you read your Bible? Look at the Buddhists, one day of worship. Look at the Hinduists, one day of the worship. Look at Taoist, one day of worship. Look at Judaism, one day of worship. Look at Confucius, one day of worship. Then why Mr. Christian? Christianity to me is a bone of contention. There's something special in Christianity as a religion. That is why a day of worship is being added to bring the confusion. The Bible is explicitly clear. Let's come into this. The Bible is very clear that Jesus died on a Friday, rested on the Sabbath, and resurrected on Sunday, the first day of the week. The Bible explains that explicitly, very clear, crystal clear. Then some Sunday worshippers are telling me, or are coming and telling me like, Jesus changed the day of worship. if indeed Jesus changed the day of worship, then he would have not warned his disciples to pray for the siege, that is the siege of Jerusalem, not to be on a Sabbath. It means Jesus foresaw the continuity of the Sabbath. Remember, the siege of Jerusalem took place in AD 70, when the Babylon invaded the land of Judah and destroyed Israel and destroyed Jerusalem temple. Jesus foresaw the continuity of the Sabbath. Mr. Christian, we all agree that Jesus did not destroy the Sabbath. And which day is the Sabbath, by the way? Mr. Christian, which day is the seventh day? In Kenya, I don't know about any other, but I think all over the world, Christians celebrate Good Friday. Christians celebrate Good Friday. And you, as a Christian who celebrates Good Friday, you know very well that Good Friday is a day that Jesus died. So, on Good Friday, we celebrate the death of Jesus Christ on the cross. And the Bible is also very clear that because Jesus died on a Friday, Joseph of Arimathea, with the aid of Nicodemus, one of the people in the Sanhedrin, they went and requested for the body of Jesus to be given so that they bury him very fast, because the Sabbath was nearing. It means Friday that Jesus died, the next day was what? Was the Sabbath day, the seventh day. That's why these people were hurriedly taking Jesus' body into the grave. The Bible is also very clear that as Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, Mary and all those Marys, they went to the tomb. And the Bible is describing that very Sunday morning as the first day of the week. Then you are here worshiping on Sunday, telling me that Sunday is the Sabbath day. Sunday is the seventh day. Who told you that? So let us come into reality. We worship, we celebrate Good Friday. That is a day that Jesus died. We also celebrate Easter Monday. Why do you celebrate Easter Monday? Because on Sunday, Christ resurrected. And let me tell you that every celebration, every holy day that falls on a weekend is always being what? Pushed forward. So because Jesus resurrected on a Sunday, we can't celebrate Easter Sunday because it is on a Sunday. So it is being pushed what? To Monday. So it is Easter Monday. Why do we celebrate Easter Monday? Why do we celebrate Easter? Because Christ resurrected on Sunday. Because Sunday is a weekend, we cannot celebrate, or we cannot have a holiday on a weekend. So we push it what? Forward on a Monday. So that's why we have Easter Monday. It means with all those celebrations, Good Friday and Easter Monday, it means the Sabbath remains standing. The Sabbath remains as an attack. You get it? Very clear. The Sabbath remains to be on a Saturday. If we are truly worshiping or following Christ, then we should have our Sabbath on a Saturday. Let me also give you another evidence. Christ himself was born in a Jewish society. Christ was born in a Jewish society. All right? The Jews are entirely, not entirely, but to a certain percentage, that is 90%, Judaism. Judaism is a religion that originated, that the Jews were practicing. So the Jews were practicing what? Judaism. Christ was born a Jew. It means Christ used, but it is even written in the Bible that as per his norm, he used to go to the temple as per his norm on the Sabbath. If Christ was born in the Jewish society, the Jews were totally Judaism. And Christianity or religion is normally being passed from one generation to the other. It means the Jews of the ancient days of Jesus Christ are still the Jews of the recent days. It means their practices has never faded, have not faded. It means if you want to know the day Jesus used to worship, go and consult the Jews or those people of the Judaism. Go and confirm. Judaism practitioners, they worship on a Saturday. They worship on a Saturday. Jesus was a Jew. It means Jesus also worshipped on what? On a Saturday. Then you are here telling me, even if you are worshiping on different days, we serve one God. No, you have a God you are serving. You have a God you are serving. I'm not serving the same God with you. You Sunday worshiper, you know whom you are serving. You know who instructed you to worship on a Sunday. My God did not instruct me to worship on a Sunday. I read my Bible, explicitly clear, crystal clear, that the seventh day of worship, the Sabbath, is on a Saturday. And they even want to change or to confuse our coming generation. Come to Kenya, I'm talking because I'm a Kenyan. Come to Kenya on a Saturday morning, because children are our continuity. Children are our next generation. And because they want to destroy Christianity, look at our TVs on Saturdays. They bring good programs for the children in the morning. Good programs. In Ramogi TV, we have Rogo Marietendo. Right? Good programs for the children, so that the children don't get time to go to church on a Saturday. That's the day they bring good presenters. That's the day they bring good interviews. That's the day. On Saturday is their day of doing their best in the morning hours. They don't want our children to go and worship on a Saturday. They want to elude their mind that on Saturday is just a normal day that we should do anything good. No. Our TVs are corrupted. They want to change our mind even in our TVs. So you, Mr. Parent, take time, read the Bible with your children. Tell them the truth that lies in the Bible. Don't let one person teach your child on matters Christianity, on matters theology, on matters religion. Take time yourself. Because we don't have any control. You don't own the TV. On Saturday, make sure you switch off that TV. go to church, come back, enjoy the afternoon programs if they are there. But the afternoon programs are not even interesting, because what they want is to change the mind of the children in the morning. So they have good programs in the morning. Now come to Sunday on our TVs, even our radio stations. Come on Sunday. Worship everywhere. You switch on this TV program, worship. You change the channel, worship. On Sunday, worship everywhere. They want us to agree with them that Sunday, you see, it is everywhere. No. I think this is what Calvin saw. This is what Martin Luther saw, and took a step and stepped out of the church, which was confusing people. So our TV, we have known you. We have discovered what you are trying to do. So just put your good programs on Saturday morning. even even in our radio stations, on Saturday morning is when they have the programs for the children. They want our children not to go to church on a Saturday. Then on Sunday, total worship. So if Mr. Christians, if we are worshiping on different days, I'm not worshiping the same God with you. Read the Bible clearly. Please take a chance and read the Bible you yourself. If you don't have a Bible, please go and purchase a Bible, the physical Bible, the tangible Bible. Because when you rely on what we have on our social media or on our apps as the Bible, one day, one time, you'll get it rough. They will all craft it out and they won't have anything to read as the Bible. Buy a Bible, put it in the house, and please make good use of it, read it. I'm repeating, we don't worship one God, Mr. Christian. If you're worshiping on a different day, you have a God who told you to worship on that different day. If I'm worshiping on that day, on a day that is different from yours, I have a God I'm worshiping. Don't come to my church and say, hello, we are worshiping one God no matter the church that I worship, no matter the day of worship. Go and tell that to your parents. Go and tell that to the people whom you're worshiping with, not to me. So, Mr. Christians, let us be serious with this. It is a cliche. This thing has become a cliche in the Christian society. That no matter the church you are going, no matter the day you are worshiping, different churches are just but different directions leading to one God. No. God only left one church, a Christian church, which should have one day of worship because they follow one Christ. They read one Bible, which have one day of worship. God only sanctified and put aside one day of worship. So don't tell me that we worship one God if you are worshiping on a different day. Muslims can say they worship one Allah. I agree with them because they worship on one day. Hindus worship on one day. I agree with them. But when you come to Christianity, 82 days, then they tell us one God. No. If it is 2 days, then we are worshiping two different gods. So don't come to me that we are worshiping one God. Shenzi wewe. Until next time, bye bye.